welcome to Lanier Tech College Orientation Day. My name is Mrs. Adams. Now sit back and relax for the next hour. We're going to have some special storytellers and some wacky characters tell you about our story. So let us begin with my personal favorite, our president, Dr. Ray Perrin.
Hi, I'm Ray Perrin, president here at Lanier Technical College. And on behalf of your fellow students, our faculty and staff, our directors and foundation trustees, it's my pleasure to welcome you here to Lanier Technical College. We're so excited that you've made the choice to join us spring semester. We believe you've made a great choice. Our mission is workforce development. We exist to prepare people to enter great careers. As you already are aware, we offer over 150 programs in more than 50 areas. All of our programs are designed to prepare you to enter the workforce. We've got a great track record of helping people enter the workforce. For 5 consecutive years, 100% of our graduates have entered the workforce or have continued their education. And not only do we have a great track record of helping people go to work, we guarantee our graduates. We guarantee that once you complete your program here at Lanier Technical College, that you will be prepared for the job in which you trained on day one. If for some reason you get a job and your employer thinks that you're not performing at the level that you should, we will retrain you at no cost to you or to your employer. We can offer this guarantee because of our great faculty and staff. Our instructors are all practitioners in the field in which they're teaching you. In other words, they've actually done the job that they're preparing you to do. We can also guarantee our graduates because we work very closely with the business and industry partners. Our partners review our labs and our curriculum on an annual basis to assure that our equipment is up to date and that our curriculum is relevant to what they're doing in the workforce. We've got a lot of information we're going to share with you today, so I invite you to sit back and join us as we walk you through this orientation. Thank you again for coming to Lanier Technical College. I can't wait to see you at graduation and shake your hand as you complete your program with us.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Perrin, for that very inspirational and pumping us up. So, my name is Hans. I bet you're expecting my buddy Franz, but he is not here today. He did not socially distance, nor did he wear his mask appropriately. Here at Lanier Tech, we take that very seriously. So, anyway, we're going to continue on with our storytelling. My personal favorite, she's the VP of Foundation and Marketing. Her name is Mrs. Talley.
Good afternoon. As Alicia said, I'm Lauren Talley. I'm the Vice President for Advancement here at Lanier Technical College. And again, we welcome you to orientation. This is our first opportunity to use our virtual resources to host a live orientation, so we thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. One of the really cool things I get to do here at Lanier Tech is actually serve as the Executive Director of the Lanier Technical College Foundation. Through the foundation, we provide scholarships and resources so that you, the student, can be successful without being worried about financial barriers that keep you from finishing your program, such as tuition, fees, and other things that you'll need to complete your program. In the next couple of days, you will want to visit our website at laniertech.edu. From there, you will see a tab that says Scholarships. You will visit our website, which is ltcfoundation.org. Also click on Scholarships, where you will be taken to Award Springs, which is the application platform for our scholarship opportunities. Another really awesome thing that we get to do is actually to give away some small tokens of our appreciation for participating in orientation. You will be looking for the Dr. Perrin emoji on our website at the conclusion of this orientation. From there, you will submit the information to LTC Foundation at laniertech.edu. There you can tell us that you have found one of the emojis and also provide where that you have found it on the website. Again, we're so excited that you have chosen Lanier Tech, and we hope that you have a great experience through this orientation process.
Thanks, Lauren. Hi, my name's Isaiah, and I live here at the Hall campus in the Simulation Center. Stop by time to say hi. Don't forget, at the end of this orientation, select the Dr. Perrin emoji for great giveaways. Speaking of giveaways, I'm going to introduce our next storyteller. She's my personal favorite, and she loves to give money away. She's the Director of Financial Aid, Miss Angela Tate.
Hi, how are you guys this afternoon? I'm going to direct you to the handout that I'm going to be going over. So if you go to the MyLTC, and then you'll click on the orientation, and in the orientation online module that you were supposed to do, there's a financial aid section, and at the bottom there's a document called Navigating Financial Aid, and that's the document that I'm about to go over. But also next to that is our contact information. So make note of that. It has our email address and a phone number that circulates between all 5 of our team members. So with that, the document that we're going to go over has 3 key parts, and we're going to start with the third one. That's the most time-sensitive one, so that's why we're going to start there. So the number 3 is if you have not applied for financial aid. So the reason I'm starting there is because this time of year, a lot of students fill out the FAFSA for fall semester, or for next fall semester, instead of the one they need for this spring semester. So if you log into your Banner web account and you don't have a financial aid tab, that's the quickest way to realize we don't have a financial aid application for you. So you'll want to check and make sure that you do the 2020-2021 FAFSA for spring semester, and it will need your 2018 taxes. So if you did the FAFSA that uses your 2019 taxes, then you'll want to log back in and complete the 2020-2021. It does typically take about 5 business days for us to receive it. So if you are in this situation, it is better to do it sooner rather than later. And you'll want to look up this document because step 3 lists the different websites and the information that you'll need to do those financial aid applications. So then the second group of students are ones that have completed a FAFSA, but we are missing documents from you. We cannot award you until we get all of your information. So if you still don't have a financial aid award out there, you'll want to follow the steps on number 2 to see if that's your situation and we're missing documents from you. And so then if you do have a financial aid award out there, then you'll fall into category number 1, and you may not see it on your bill yet because it doesn't go towards your bill until you register for classes. Once you register for classes, it does take a couple days for it to reflect there, so just give it a little bit of time. But otherwise, then you'll be ready to go. Also on this document is our VA contact information, so if you're eligible for VA benefits, you can reach out to her as well. And then we will have, after this, on live chat, there will be financial aid representatives as well as other offices available from 2 to 4 if you want to ask specific questions to your account. And then lastly, some students may not be eligible for the grants and scholarships that we offer here. And we don't participate in the federal student loan program like you may see at a 4-year institution. And so our business office offers a payment plan, and that payment plan, it has a couple different deadlines. One is November 25th, and one is December 23rd, and one is January 13th. So the difference in those dates depends on how many payments it's broken up into. So if you're in that situation where you're not eligible for the grants and scholarships that we offer, but would like a payment plan so that it can be broken up into several payments, you'll want to reach out to the business office and make sure that you have all your information done by that time. That is all I have for you guys this afternoon. Thank you.
Thanks, Angela. That was some great information. So if you need to contact financial aid because it's your money and you want it now, call 770-533-7000. Again, it's your money and you want it now. Speaking of money, our next storyteller doesn't like to spend money on damaged laptops. That's right. Our next storyteller, it is the VP of IT, Mr. Anthony Hardy.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Anthony Hardy, and I am the Vice President of Information Technology here at Lanier Tech. I'm going to give you a lot of information today. I'm going to try to be brief. We'll see how well that goes. I like to talk, as you'll probably find out. The first thing I want to talk to you about is your Laker login. So your Laker login is your email address and the password you use. That information is going to get you into all kinds of different places. It'll get you into Banner Web, your student email, campus computers, Blackboard. It's the same information everywhere. So that's really wonderful. But when you got your paperwork from admissions, your admittance paperwork, you saw in there that you had a pattern for your password. That password is the default password. It cannot be used to get you into Banner Web or Blackboard. So please do not try to log into Banner Web or Blackboard with that default password. You've got to make sure you change it. How do you change it? Log into student email or log into a campus computer. Either way will get you to prompt you to change your password, and then you'll be able to get into all those other services you need. We will not prompt you to change your password again. The minimum requirements are 8 characters, 1 uppercase, 1 lowercase, and a number, but we would highly recommend that you make that quite a bit longer, and I'll give you some password security tips at the end, and you'll be able to see all that information shortly. Student email is the primary means of communication, so I want to urge you guys to check your student email on a daily basis if you can, at least please once a week. We do send all kinds of information about that out all over your student email. Something else you're going to want to do is underneath quick links on our website is LTC eAlert. Log into LTC eAlert, again, using the same information that you use for everything else, your Laker login. And once you log in, double check to make sure the correct phone numbers are in there and your personal email addresses and all that kind of stuff. If we have any school closings or any sort of emergencies that happen or anything like that, that's how we make those emergency announcements, is over that system. So please make sure that your information is correct there. The help desk is another perfect place for you to go to get all of your absolutely critical articles, things like, where do I find my username? Where do I change my password? How does student printing work? How do I log into campus computers? Just about any sort of question you can come up with, we will have an article out on the help desk. So how do you get there? helpdesk.laniertech.edu, or if you click on My LTC from our website, you'll find the help desk link there. Also on that website, you're going to find the form to open up a ticket with the help desk, open 8 o'clock to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 8 a.m. to 12 on Fridays. And we'll be able to respond to you fairly quickly if you open up a ticket that way. Or you can call us, and that number, again, is listed on the help desk, and that is 770-533-7048. When you're on campus, Wi-Fi, how does it work? Very, very simply, LTC-open. No password, you'll be able to get right in, no problems at all. That'll work great for you there. One question we get a lot with the help desk is about Blackboard, especially before the start of the term. Students will call and say that their classes are not appearing, so as long as everyone's aware, your classes will not appear in Blackboard until the first day of the term. So the first day that people actually come to on-campus class, that's going to be when you actually see those classes in the Blackboard system, so you won't see them before. Student printing, we give you guys 200 pages each term at no cost for student printing. So please, when you're printing out things like PowerPoint slides your teachers may give you or anything like that, try to put as many of those on one page as you can so that you don't take up too much of your printing allocation for that. Should you find you need more than 200 pages, you can easily go to MyLTC and you'll find where you can add funds to your account. The help desk has all kinds of articles on how to do that, and some videos as well on how to do all that. So again, 200 pages per term. If you don't use them all, you don't lose them. They do roll over from term to term. Password security. This is the piece I was telling you at the very beginning. I'm going to give you the very shortened version. I've got an hour-long presentation that I do on password security. So the shortened version is never reuse your passwords. Never, ever, ever. Because 20 years ago, you may have bought something on a website, and then now you go back and that password is the same password you're using today on another website, maybe at a bank, and that password is compromised from that other website a long time ago, and now those hackers can get in and use your account. So never duplicate your passwords. Turn on multi-factor if it's available. So if you can turn on, getting a text code to your cell phone or getting a phone call to a phone somewhere, make sure you turn that on if it's available. We do enforce that here with Lanier Tech, so you'll have to turn that on. The thing that's going to do for you is going to prevent somebody, even if they have your username and password, it's going to prevent them from getting into your account. If you have the option for multi-factor to turn on an electronic authenticator, like maybe the Google Authenticator or the Microsoft Authenticator, or there's a whole bunch of other apps out there on your smartphone, I would highly encourage you to do that, even over using a text message or a phone call, because hackers can much more easily redirect the information from a text or a phone call than they can anything going to your Authenticator app. Third piece to password security is the length of your password. I know that everybody's been taught for years and years and years that passwords that are very difficult to remember are very secure, and that's just totally false. So the more you do to make your password complex, the more difficult it is to remember, and it doesn't really increase your security. The thing that increases your security more than anything else is length. So make sure you have uppercase, lowercase, or number, sure, and we're going to require that. But if you get your password somewhere around 18 to 20 characters, you're in great shape. Well, you go, well, I can't remember something that's 18 to 20 characters long. I just can't do that. Well, that's probably true if it was a single word, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm not going to be able to spell that one right now. But if you take correct horse battery staple, that's 4 words. I don't know how long that is, but that's a pretty darn long password. Make a few of those uppercase, stick a number at the end of it. Guess what? You're in business. That is a great way to do it. Please don't use that specific one. That password example is all over the internet. But you can take 4 words, 5, 6 words, random words, not a phrase, put them together, and that will give you a much more secure password than anything else possible could, and you're going to have a very long one. So that will help you quite a bit. And probably the most important thing you can do that will help you have unique passwords everywhere, it'll help you prevent having to reuse passwords, is to get a good password manager. There are a ton of them out there. There are free ones, there are paid ones. You can do your own research on it. I'm not going to recommend one specific one over another, but with a good password manager, it will actually remember all of your passwords for you. You can make them 25, 30 characters long, not have to type them in yourself. It'll auto-fill in the fields for you, even on your phone. The password manager I have runs on my phone, saves everything to the cloud, and I can use it on my desktop or my laptop or wherever else I happen to be, and the passwords just go wherever I go with it, which is absolutely wonderful. I need to know one password to get in there. That one password is going to be a super long one, and it's going to be a very secure one. But once I know that one password, it protects all the other passwords to all of my other accounts. So a password manager is very, very key to making sure that you take care of your password security overall. And that is all that I have. I think I'm going to be turning over to another IT person here. You guys will enjoy this.
Well, thanks, Anthony. That was a lot of great information. Hi, Darcy from IT. I just want to give you one last thing to remember is that you can prevent drinking and laptopping, right? So be careful around your laptops. Mr. Anthony doesn't like for paying for them. So our story's about to come to an end. But before it does, we've got one more presenter, one more storyteller. She doesn't need an introduction, but she's still my favorite, Mrs. Lauren Talley.
Well, thank you all again for joining us for orientation. The last piece that we want to discuss is in regard to the registrar's office and to registration. Most of you have already had the opportunity to interact with your advisors and establish a schedule for next semester. If you have not done so, please make sure to do that as soon as possible because of the fact that we are concluding our classes early this year due to the pandemic. After next week, most of our students will be off campus as well as our instructors to begin preparing for the holiday season and again, protecting everybody here on campus. They are looking forward for you to reach out to them, so make sure to do so as soon as possible. A couple of things to remember in regard to registration is going to be definitely payment deadlines and withdrawal deadlines. The first payment deadline is going to be on January the 4th at 6 p.m. You will lose your schedule if it's not paid in full by the first payment deadline. The second payment deadline will be January the 14th at 6 p.m. Do remember that semesters are broken into 3 different sections. We have a full term, a first half, and a second half. The full term, of course, runs the entirety of the semester. The first half is the beginning of the semester, and the second half is the end of the semester. Drop-add dates are the first 3 days of class. There is no refund on your tuition after the first 3 days of class. If you have any questions as far as dates are concerned, make sure to refer to our academic calendar because those are going to be a great resource for you moving forward. If you have other questions, you can email the registrar's office directly at registrar, and that is REGISTRAR @laniertech.edu. Again, they'll be able to answer any of your questions in regard to your schedules and also connect you with your advisors as well as make any changes that need to happen before we come back in January. A couple of other things that I do want to mention just as a few housekeeping matters. Of course, the pandemic is happening around us at the moment. Be sure to check out our website as well as our social media pages to continue being updated on anything that's happening here on campus. As Anthony said, our LTC alert system, once you sign up for that, will give you any key information as far as any changes, closures, or amendments to our schedule. And then we will also have a link on this presentation to our virtual tour. We know it's been very difficult for you all to get out to see the campus and familiarize yourself with the buildings, but the virtual tour will give you the opportunity to see classrooms, lab spaces, and familiarize yourself before you get here to campus. Lastly, make sure that if you do have questions this afternoon to tune into our live chat from 2 to 4 p.m. Again, it's going to be in the bottom right-hand corner of our website. Folks are standing by to answer any of your questions. We are so excited that you chose Lanier Tech. Again, it is one of our favorite places, and no matter who you are on campus and who you interact with on campus, we're always here to help. So again, it has been our pleasure to host you today, and we'll see you in January.
If you want to view paradise, just look around and view it. Anything you want to do, just do it. You can change the world. There's nothing to it.